Hello, everybody. Hi, this is another one of my videos. Um, this is for SI joint unsticking. Okay, that may sound weird, all right? But for those of you, I'm just going to show you the back, who get pain in this area. So in the lower back, right where that last few vertebrae here, the sacral vertebra, connect with your pelvis region and the posterior hips. Okay, a lot of people get pain there, and it feels almost like it's stuck or locked. Okay, that does in fact happen where your sacrum gets locked, and so you're moving your back all the time. It doesn't seem to relieve that pressure. Well, this is a practice to unstick that SI joint. Okay, so like anything of my other videos, I'm going to show you a bunch of different stretches you can do. Feel free to hold them as long as you want. Do this over again. Anytime you feel that pain, that stuck feeling in the very base of your spine. Okay, so for this practice, you will need, you can see over here, a chair, a block, or a book if you have one, and a strap or belt or tie or anything that you can use to hold on to your leg. Now, if you notice, I have set up my mat so that it's against the wall. So you'll need to find a place that is against the wall for you. Oh, there's my strap. Okay. All right. And so we are going to start off on our back. Come on down. And we've done this a few times in these practices where we have done leg stretch with a strap. But this time, and you'll notice, I have one foot like pressed against the wall. So really push that foot in and make sure that it's holding you in place. I'm going to lower this a bit more. Okay. Don't want to see the table there. All right. So come down to the mat. Place one foot against the wall and bring the other one into your chest and give it a squeeze. And you may need to adjust, like maybe move a little bit closer. You can really feel that heel pushing into the wall, and then grab that strap around the foot, push up to the ceiling. Right. Now it's really important with this that that bottom foot doesn't start to come up with you. You want to make sure it's really anchored there. And begin with a lovely hamstring stretch. And you can hold it here for as long as you wish. If you're doing a lot of weights, a lot of exercise, hamstring is often one that really tightens up. And of course, it is all connected to that SI joint. Deep breath in. Breathe out and then open up the leg to the side. Again, your foot is pressed against the wall, and you should get a really nice anchoring sensation here with that foot pressed against the wall. Relax into this. Open up that inner thigh, the hip flexor area, all of that region. And breathe in to bring that back up to center. Take the strap in the other hand and bring the leg over the other way, but only go as far as that other leg will allow. Okay, you're not going to bring that hip all the way over because the foot can't move. So you just go to that place where your body says, okay, this is the end. And you should feel it stretch up that IT band and in to that lower back, that SI joint region. Push the outside of your foot into that strap. And then feel free to hang out here as long as you want. When you're ready, breathe in, bring that back up to center. You're going to bend that knee in, remove the strap, and then set it up for the other side. You might have moved that pelvis a little bit. Just make sure that you're nice and square on the mat to start. Then bring other knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze. Then take that strap around the foot and shoot that up to the ceiling. Oh, a bit tighter on this side. I'm really feeling it in that hamstring. Wow. Good stretch. Breathe into this. Push the heel up to the ceiling, but also at the same time, you're actively pushing your foot into the strap and push the other foot into the wall. Okay, so you've got all those muscles engaged. Actually, I gotta move a little bit closer to the wall. There we go. Good. And then when you're ready, open that leg off to the side, anchoring that other leg against the wall, holding you in place. When I lie here, I can literally feel my back cracking. So just releasing through this. Such a lovely feeling. Then breathe in, bring that back up to center, switch hands, and the same thing, bringing that leg over the other direction, but only go as far as that hip will allow with the foot pressed into the wall. Notice the foot is up and down, it isn't tilting over. Not about how far you go in this, it's about feeling that sensation through the leg and the hip. One more breath in. And then bring that leg back up, bend your knee, bring that in, give it a squeeze. Good. Nice. Then we're going to come on up onto the mat for a nice twist. So this is Marichi Asana. You're going to put one leg forward, one leg beside. Okay, so pull that leg right into you. If you have problems getting that leg, you can always bring a little height into your stance, and that gives you a little bit more space. Breathe in, nice and tall. Breathe out, twist towards that bent leg. It's a closed twist in this pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, back to center. And then switch it up. So the other leg extends. Pull that foot really close to you. Breathe in, nice and tall. Breathe out, other direction. And feel free to hold these poses as long as you want. One more breath here. And then breathe in to come back to center. Good. If you had some height, remove that, put it to the side. Don't need to be sitting on anything, but if you need that height, make sure you're doing it. The next one we're coming into is a seated traction twist. Now this starts off like deer pose, or you may know this as like 90-90 stretch. Either one's fine. That bottom foot, you want to bring it so it's fairly close to the knee. You don't want any stress in the knee. It's a twist as well. So breathe in, sit up nice and tall. Breathe out, bring both of your hands toward that bent leg, the one that's on top of the other knee. Good. Now in this pose, you should be feeling it coming down through the outside and pulling through that SI joint. Now, gentle here. You don't want to feel any pain. You do want to feel a stretch through that area. If it's really acute right now, this might be too much. But, go gentle with your body. Don't feel like you have to go super far into this pose. I mean, there are options. If you feel like, oh, I'm really good, not feeling anything, then you can come down to elbows if you wish. But again, okay, this is a yoga therapeutic. So you listen to your body. Breathe in to come back to center and then switch it up to the other side. Good. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Come to the other side. Again, you come up with the option that works for you, for your body. As long as you're feeling some sensation down into that sacrum, then you're on the right track. Giving you some options. And then breathe in and come on back up. Good. Now, the next one, this is where you're going to need a chair. This one's really straightforward. The best thing about chair yoga is you can do it anytime, anywhere, right? No one even knows you're doing it. All right. So I'm going to put this just to the side so you can see my posture. Now, this starts off as a very simple figure 4. You're putting your ankle on top of one leg. Notice that my foot is flexed. Toes are coming towards the knee. And sit up nice and tall in this pose. Breathe into it. Really great for opening up the outer side of the hip. And then stay here as long as you need to. I sometimes, when I'm teaching class, I'll sit down and do this and then switch it up. And people don't even know what I'm really doing is stretching my hip. All right. And then a really powerful pose from this. You come to the edge of that chair. Not going to change the legs, but all you're going to do is lean back in that chair. Now you're going to find a very different stretch out of this. What we've done is extended the body. Okay, now it's going to change up the way it moves in that hip. Breathe into it. Good. And again, feel free to stay here as long as you need. And then breathe in, come on up. We'll switch it up to the other side. Bring that ankle on top. And for the first one, again, make sure, I'm going to turn to the side, that your toes are coming towards the knee. You're not pointing here. You're flexing the foot. Okay, that's going to stabilize out that knee joint. Good. And so engage the leg through this. Now, what we're doing here is actually flexing the leg, right? So the hip flexors will flex. Flexed here. Okay. And then push that knee down a little bit, engaging the outside of that hip. And then lean back into this. So nice. Extending this area now. And I really feel it a lot more in the hip when I'm in this pose, but extended makes a big difference. Beautiful. Breathe into this. Be aware of that hip and how things are feeling. Good. And then one more breath in. Breathe out and come on up. Good. Uncross those legs. Stand up. Give them a little shake. And the next one we're going to head into is called a sink stretch. Okay, so I'll show you two ways to do this. I'll move the chair out of the way. Sink stretch, really straightforward. You've done this before. Just didn't know it was actual yoga thing. Okay, here we go. Okay. And so in a sink stretch, all you're doing, your feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, and you're going to come into a squat, pushing back into this. Okay, your hands are braced on your knees. Push your bum down and feel like you're rotating your thighs inwards and pushing your sits bones out. And then lift in the chest. And that is a sink stretch. Okay. Now breathe in. Come on up. I'm going to show you one other way to do this. Now I'm just going to use this bike for a quick example. Okay. You can hold on to something stationary and do the same stretch. And then this opens up the chest and shoulders as well. Okay. But just make sure that whatever you're holding on to is actually really stationary and it's going to hold you there. So that is your sink stretch. Two different ways. All right. And then we're going to come back down to the mat. Just let me adjust the computer again, and you will need the strap and the block. All right. We're coming into a bridge pose. The block is going to go between your feet. Okay. Actually, we'll do it this way. That's about the right width. Okay. And what you're going to do is take your strap and tie it around your legs. I find it easiest just to put like a loose knot in it so that you can take it off after you're done. All right. There we go. So it's tied around your legs. Come on down to the mat. Bring your feet so they're quite close to you. Breathe in. Lift up into that bridge. But what you're going to do is now push your legs out into that strap. Good. Push your ankles into the block and those legs out to the strap. Okay, so you're pushing out, pushing out, pushing out, and you're going to feel it right in that SI joint. And stay here about 5 breaths. And then bring that down. Good. I'm just going to adjust the strap, make it a little bit tighter. Okay, rest. And then you're going to go back up again. There we go. Come on up. Push out, push out, push out against that strap. You're going to squeeze the glutes here. You're really going to feel some tension in the back. Breathe in. Breathe out and come back down. Good. And then you can take that strap off. Now, once again, feel free to do that as many times as you feel you need to. And when you're done, bring the bottoms of your feet together. And we're coming into supine Baddha Konasana. Good. And this is going to kind of put that SI joint back into place. Breathe into the pose. And hang out here as long as you want. Feel free to relax and enjoy. Now I'm going to end the video, but you don't have to go anywhere. You can continue to lie there. So that's your SI joint unsticking sequence. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it makes you feel a little bit better. All right, bye everybody.